All right, welcome back to a very dark, early edition of Melancholy News. Let's go and get started for today, August 16th, 2023. All right, and just to let you know how early it is, how late it is for you, depending on if you're a night owl and you out there, uh, scouring the bars late at night. It's 1:20 in the a.m. All right, so let's go and get this started for today. This is from the Federal Reserve History.org. All right, Federal Reserve History.org. All right. Let's go back to where the problem started, all right? Nixon ends convertibility of U.S. dollar to announce U.S. dollar to gold and announces wage price controls, all right? That was a big issue going on. A lot of U.S. dollar was backed by gold, precious metals, and people could actually bring the U.S. currency back here and get gold. Well, that window was closing because the U.S. was actually running out of gold, and they had foreign accounts where they were dipping into people's other gold since let's just say going all the way back to, let's just say, the World War I, when Europe was in heavy fighting and people needed to get their gold out, okay? And many had accounts here in the U.S. and they were figuring out that the U.S. were running out of gold, and it's like they go in their accounts, started taking money out of theirs, started taking gold out of their accounts, and they wanted their gold back. So in order to prevent a run on the U.S. dollar, on the U.S. gold reserves, Nixon killed the U.S. dollar. All right, this is all part of it. Okay, this is if you get this article, it's a great little article. I just put my little 2 cents in. They'll say something else if you want to read into it. Okay, and let you know about what's going on. But on this day here, on it was well pretty much yesterday, August 15, 1971, Nixon killed the gold U.S. dollar to gold ratio, where you exchange gold for U.S. dollars, and that spiraled out of control there. All right, if you want to believe in whatever you want to believe in, but behind the scenes there was a lot of stuff going on behind this. All right, that forced Nixon to do this. Okay, so get this story out. This is from the Federal Reserve History.org. All right, Federal Reserve History.org. All right, and now here we go. Now we fast forward over 50 years. All right, Fitch warns that it may be forced to downgrade dozens of banks, including JPMorgan Chase. Anybody heard about what's going on at Chase Banks or JPMorgan Chase Banks right now? A lot of them are closing down along with the ATMs. It's going to be strange enough. Some construction is going on inside of these banks. All right, they're now turning into wealth managements. There you go. But let's get back on track here. People thought that this was a local bank, or regional bank issue. No, no. This is for the big boys too, the so-called untouchables. All right. Remember when Eric Holder said, the former Attorney General said, hey, they're too big to fail. Look what's going on now. The credit rating agencies at the Fitch just downgraded the corporation credit rating to AA+ instead of AAA. Now they're going after the banks. All right. So let's go ahead and get a quick look at what they mean about the banks. All right. All right. The Fitch rating analyst warned the U.S. banking industry has inched closer to another source of turbulence. All right, skip down. It will downgrade dozens of U.S. banks that could even include the likes of JPMorgan Chase. I told you, hey, there we go. And it even says how they downgraded the U.S. Credit rating from A to AA. All right. And then we got more stuff. It goes in and out. It goes in and out, in and out. Here, if you're getting real good, it goes out with it. But this is a good article here. But it just lets you know that they got banks in much deeper trouble. Here we go, right here. Fitch rating assessment of U.S. banks. All right, Bank of America, all the way is Bank of America, Bank of New York Mellon, JPMorgan Chase, State Street. Who's actually running this? You see State Street in there too. All right, so these are investment banks these are banks that are all pretty much down. They're going to be downgraded. They're in deep trouble. People don't think they go, what's going to happen. All right, but get this article out, folks, to everybody. The big boys are being downgraded too. If this don't tell you that we in deep shit, all right, it's late at night. Everybody's sleeping in my house right now. So I'm pretty much gonna say what I want to say. Okay, all right. So yeah, I can get away with it at nighttime. Okay, so get this article out to everybody. Okay. Wow, we in such deep trouble. Okay, this is from CNBC.com. All right, CNBC.com. All right, and then here we go with the other stupidity that what's going on with the corporation and our so-called flashbang leader. All right, the U.S. announces 200 million announced his new 200 million Ukraine aid package. We got problems here in the States, and they worried about what's going on in Ukraine. That is, and I'm not gonna get into detail there. And you know what the hell with it? That's a Russian-Ukrainian issue. All right, remember, Ukraine has always been a part of the Russian Federation. Enough said about that. We don't have to get into it. Now let's get back onto this. All right, you spending $200 million, and we got people here who are losing their homes. All right, you ought to see the statistics with the numbers that they can't really hide, not the numbers they put out in the fake MSM. All right, I'm talking about the numbers that are really have people are losing their homes. We're hurting. Everybody I talk to, including the kind of where I live in now, is hurting. I went down to the courthouse and I talked to people who like working in the courthouse, and they know people who are in trouble. And if a lot of them admitted that they're having financial issues too, they're struggling. All right, and some of these people they look right over to the court to the foreclosure. Let's say the foreclosure personnel that work there, and they have to look at them like, man, am I on that list too? They're admitting this to me. All right, so we giving all this money to Ukraine, but we got people here hurting. All right, let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods, okay? And it's pretty sad when you go down to the county courthouse and you got people working the courthouse. They looking over at the foreclosure folks, and they like, hey man, am I on this list? So that's let you know how bad things are, okay? So get this article out. This is from thehill.com. All right, thehill.com. All right, and how downgraded that we are, which is worse than what I think it is. And this is what happens when you have morons leading your folks. All right, this is from zerohedge.com. All right, zerohedge.com. San Francisco retailers are bad at the city of droves. When you can't, this all goes back to one the economic situation, but it's much deeper than that one. Okay, when the people can't protect their products. When you say it's okay for you to go in there and steal a certain amount and then they can still get away with it, that's a bad thing. They can't do anything about it if they hadn't been forced to lay off employees or try to get them to transfer out to somewhere else. And some of these people are local businesses. They have no chains. All right, they just had to close up shop and let people go. All right. Economic situation is terrible all across the country, all across the republic. It is terrible all across the world, the realm, whatever. And this is just to let you know about what's needed to come. The small business folks are coming out. Those businesses, along with the big box folks, it's more than what people think it is. It's the local coffee shop that's opened up. The local news shop, the local paper boys or paper girls, you want to call them, that go around and deliver newspapers. All right, a lot of businesses are affected by this. Okay, when the retailers go out, those people who provide services to them go out. All right, people who start the lunches, the breakfast, the graveyard shift folks. All right, this is just cataclysm about downhill what's going on in San Francisco right now. Okay, all right, so get this article out, everybody. It's from zerohedge.com. All right, zerohedge.com. All right, then we're going to end this on kind of a good note. This is from Bitcoin.news, or I'm sorry, Bitcoin.com. All right, Bitcoin.com. Zimbabwe, everybody's favorite punching bag, all right? Whew. Sorry about that. Had a little yawn. Zimbabwe, everybody's favorite punching bag, the new Weimar Republic, all right? Here we go. Zimbabwe Central Bank says gold bag tokens are set to be used for transactional purposes. That means they're going to use this in all aspects, all right? Not just the big banks, the local, regular folks, the ordinary common man and woman, they can be using this too, all right? So we talked about how they have an actual gold bag currency now. They began making their gold coins. They've taken over their mines, their gold mines, and they're making it out so people could actually go use their gold, all right? So enough with this crap you see in the mainstream media talking about Zimbabwe, this and this. They went gold back a while ago, and they got in their act together, and let's, for all intents and purposes, their gold back. Most of the rest of the 85% of the world is going gold back. What the hell are we waiting for? Who knows? All right, so I'm tired of guessing what's going on, why we're officially the corporation has taken us down, and we're now considered we're the butt of the joke in the world now, okay? So that's just how bad it is, all right? So, but Zimbabwe's got their act together. Get the good article. Get this article out. It's from Bitcoin.com, right? Bitcoin.com. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank you for joining us on Just Economic News. I'm going to leave you with this right here. After this one, I'm going to go live on the Economic News channel. Because I want to get something out. Then I'm going to switch over later on, probably today, this afternoon about it on the Unheard News channel, and I'll make this announcement again. Okay. So with that being said, I want to thank you for joining us. Another Smelling I'm News. Don't you be safe, be sound. Like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that notification bell. All right. Let's get the subscriber count up, likes up. All right. So we can get this channel out. All right. So take care of yourself first, then your family, then your neighbors, communities. Reach out to other communities. All right. You're your own best banker, your own best savings and loans, you're your own best credit union, or you're your own best financier. Like, subscribe, and comment, hit the notification bell. That being said, thank you for joining us. Another Smelling I'm New, Safe Sound. Let's get it started.